Alright. It's been some time since I did one of these, but yeah. We're gonna get things going here. I've been kind of taking, I don't know, we'll call it a little break from playing. This board looks, well, I'm gonna say it looks funky. There's panic here, which is almost certainly going to get activated given that it's poet, and that can clear out copper. So in the short term, I think we're going to be more focused on like clearing estates. I mean, Lookout will do that for you. We're probably opening Lookout Poet. And then longer term, there's this torture stack thing going on that you probably want to work with. You can get money out of Capital City and Nomads without treasures. I don't know how much it's going to be that and how much it's going to be the coppers, but we'll see when we get there. But yeah, I'm thinking Lookout Poet. Let's try to get these estates out early, and have like, I don't know, some chance at the curses. Right. Devil's Workshop. I mean, I guess that can gain gold. That might be okay. I'm gonna take Poet though. Hopefully be happy about that decision. I mean, this could be a Devil's Workshop right now. That'd be like I guess it can gain imps, which can be okay-ish. I don't know what it's going to do in the short term, though, so probably this should be a silver. Just keep building econ, try to get up to torture. Maybe this will be a Devil's Workshop right now. I'm just going to make a note here that there are no estates in there, so I'm going to play Poet before the Lookout. Torture. Would I take a curse here? Probably. I mean, we can put an in the deck, which seems amazing. Be like in Poet. Get an in with the torture. I don't know that we really want to stick a snowy in. We're going to have plus buy so soon from the panic. I don't know that we really need to be putting that in right now. Surely this can discard. Like, I think I'm hitting 5 anyways, probably. Like this. Do we do torture first? No. No, we do Lookout first. Put another torture in, put a capital city in. Those are really the two options. I guess I'm thinking, I don't actually have a third terminal yet, so this could be torture. I only have one village in here, but we have enough like filtery stuff. I think we can probably get to the inn. Devil's Workshop wants to gain Snowy Village pretty soon. Okay, well, so much for having the filtery stuff. I mean, it'll give me an opportunity to discard if I really need to. I should note Panic is now active, so some of this stuff might be disappearing fast. It'd also give the opportunity to get Imp, if that's really something we're after. Which maybe. You have a little bit more village than I do, but you're going to gain, buy a copper or something. Yeah. Imp. Do I want an imp here? It'd be like buy 2 coppers. Or do I prefer a Snowy Village, like buy 1 copper? Go buy 1 copper. Take the Snowy Village. Did I lose my silver? I lost my silver. I'm gonna have to build econ some other way. I didn't realize, I was like a turn late on realizing panic was active. So this could actually be a pretty substantial problem. I'm really low on econ right now. We're gonna have to buy a bunch of copper, potentially. The good news is I think you're in mostly the same boat. We can trash the estate. So this will just have to be like a ton of copper buys, most likely. Like 6 of them even. I can surely do 5. I'm trying to think if there's like something more I'm trying to do next turn other than maybe buy Capital City. I don't think so. Would 6 be useful for extra plus buy? Probably not. Like now I should be fine taking at least 1 curse, just because I should be able to target trash. Three coppers, but you have the 1 capital city, so that's like good, possibly good enough for you to be able to hit 5. I mean, my hope is that like carrying these estates ends up being a problem for you, right? And also, like, maybe put in a Nomads. I don't know that that really works with what I'm trying to do, but... yeah, I really messed up not realizing I was losing silver the 1 turn. Just... yuck. Can't really discard the Snowy, so I guess we're discarding Poet. There's 1 curse that I'm going to really hope not to draw. Okay, I didn't. So we can deal with that curse. Fine, and then draw, sure. So this is 5. We're going to go up and we're going to gain a capital city. And maybe we take a Nomads with the Devil's Workshop and just leave the turn at that. Like, we don't necessarily need extra copper going this next turn. That'll hit 4. Which is okay-ish. Probably. And we can keep getting more Nomads. We'll have a little bit of extra terminal space. I don't really want to be getting coppers. Yeah, let's do it this way. Take 1 curse, discard curse Nomads. Assuming I have to do two things. The main thing I'm looking at is like I actually have a way to deal with these curses, which hopefully is good enough. I can really afford to be discarding all that much, but... let's do like that. We still have the capital city, so we can target trash. Well, we won't have to target trash curse. I don't need the plus buy from Snowy, so it's just, whoops. That was not what the intent was. I don't need the plus buy from Snowy, so we just do that. surely attack again. Just try to keep plugging the curses in there. So I do need to expand payload a bit. This could just be like Nomads, Copper, Imp. That would have me hitting 7 next turn, maybe. Which isn't particularly useful, but I should have the village space. To work with that. Although it's looking a little sketchy on my ability to draw. Right. Yeah, that's bad. Maybe I'm taking 2 curses this turn. I feel like, I don't really want to play the lookout first is the thing. Like, I could, and I could maybe end up trashing a Nomads. The main thing is, like, I don't feel like I can afford to be missing my, my numbers. So I don't know whether to play, like, Imp first or not. It's pretty likely that I'll find a Poet. Like, I don't know. This could be really bad depending on how things work. Like, the temptation is to play the lookout first, but I also don't know if it's like there's too high a chance of trashing something that I feel like I really need. Right. Let's go Imp first and hope. This ended up working out, although possibly it shouldn't have. I have 5. I don't actually need to discard here. We'll target trash one of these curses. Right. I don't actually know if more torture is better than, like, another capital city here. Like, I could go capital city Nomads and probably be in a lot better economic state. There's only 1 curse left, so it's not like I plug much more attack by, I'm going to be taking the curse next turn. So getting another torture probably isn't actually the most useful thing ever. Let's do that. If you look at this hand, yikes. I'm going to have to play lookout right away. I also wonder if I should discard out of this. Probably not. Like, we're going to be taking multiple torture hits. Might as well just grab that curse and not worry about the rest. This time I'm going to have to play lookout first. There's no way around that. My hope is just that I'm in a little bit better economic state than you are. I have an extra Nomads, I have an extra capital city. Carrying, 1 fewer coppers, that should be a big deal. And I have the Devil's Workshop, which is potentially useful. No option here. This is going to have to be lookout first. I'm probably going to flip, good stuff, but oh well. Okay. We're drawing. Which is the most important thing of all. Do I need the buy from Snowy Village? Let's not try to think about that. Let's just get it and figure it out later. Maybe this is just capital city Nomads. We don't have to. The big thing I'm thinking is just like, do we draw next turn? Capital city Nomads could throw a silver in. Silver can't be bad to throw in. Copper, I don't think so. I'm trying to think, like, how much money am I producing next turn if I get to play everything. It's like 14? Would 15 be better? Not necessarily. Okay, this turn looks a little less, sketchy. We'll say. I don't think there's really anything that would, point you towards you're still carrying 3 estates. Wow. I mean, you only have the 1 lookout and you got it a bit late, so it's not actually that surprising. It's just, wow. I guess you have the extra torture, which makes your deck more likely to function. You've been busy trashing curses over estates. You're still carrying, what, 3 of each? I guess at some point I'm going to need some more, like, hard draw, but, like, maybe a Carnival is better than torture at this point, surely. I mean, I guess we're gaining imps as we're going along, which is kind of hard draw, but also they're going to, at some point, run out of targets. Mind that there's a curse in there. This can go torture first. We have the inn to be able to do our target trash. How does this work? I'm going to poet first. Alright. We can discard the snowy. We have enough village otherwise. And we have plenty of buys. Alright. What do we want here? We said we wanted to add a Carnival. If I need that, I don't actually necessarily need more village. Like, I have the snowy here. So we might be able to go, like, Nomads, Carnival, Province. Plus an imp. It's a little bit sketchy on the village front. But I'm also feeling like, you know, we're getting to a point where, I don't know, maybe I want to put an inn in with that. Nomads. Oh, I can't go Nomads, Carnival, Province. Well, in that case, I can just take the inn, right? Nomads, Carnival, inn. I don't think there's a risk of these things piling on me. Do I want coppers? Right now I'm looking at hitting 14 again next turn. Maybe we take 2 coppers and bring that up to 16. That seems reasonable. I don't think these things can pile on me. You don't have a Devil's Workshop. There's no way that you're hitting 21. I don't think. I guess there's a question of, like, what's going on with your econ. Like, can you do, you know, 4 capital cities, 3 nomads, 1 copper, hitting 15? Well, not terrible. Like, can I actually compete on points with that? Oh, if I am competing on points with that, like, are you actually able to expand your deck's ability to do stuff? Like, you can add more nomads, right? Plausibly. You still have room to, like, add stuff just because the lookout can keep taking out these curses. Not necessarily the estates, but just you get to, you know, have this expansion of your draw without having to buy, really. We still have a curse to deal with. Keep that in mind. There's a curse in there. I don't know if I just play these poets now. I guess we can go imp into one of them. Okay. I'm being a little bit conservative, just really trying to make sure that it's the curse that I trash. Which we can do here. We can imp into the lookout. Okay. That. Okay, so like I could just take 2 provinces and 2 coppers. I'm thinking that's probably my best move. I'm not sure like how much we were dependent on the capital city inn stuff for consistency here, but like this seems fine. I might want to target trash the Devil's Workshop this time around. We're getting to be a little bit imp heavy. And I don't think you can hit 16. Well, maybe you can. 4 capital cities, 3 nomads. Yeah, you can hit 16. 2 coppers. So I guess that's going to raise a question of what I'm doing this next turn. Given that you're like however many points up from these, I mean, at some point you've got to run out of draw for it all. Right? Like, it's going to be really hard for you to hit 16 just because you don't have that much draw. Like, you have copper in the discard, you can't redraw that, I don't think. But it's just worth keeping in mind that, like, maybe next turn you will be able to double. I just don't want. I want to play around that as opposed to find out the hard way, so to speak. Okay. Am I trying to trash this Devil's Workshop? Let's find out. Figure it out later. I have the ability to figure it out later. Let's figure it out later. There's a copper in there. I don't know if the poet's going to hit. I don't think it matters, actually. Alright, do I want to trash the Devil's Workshop? I think so. Alright, so we're taking Province Duchy. Do I want to add a Nomads in with that? Not really. Do I want to add a Silver in with that? That would preserve my ability to hit double Province. I could go also, like, if I'm really confident, Province Duchy, Silver, 2 coppers. That would give me the ability to hit 18. I'm not going to need to be able to hit 18, though. So why do that? I guess there's a question of like, do I actually need a duchy, or could this be, capital city, just to try to throw in a little bit more consistency, right? That would also get me to 18 next turn, if I needed it to, potentially. If I go capital city silver here, I mean, I can defend against a double province easily. The question is, like, can I defend against a triple duchy out of this? Probably yes. So that's definitely pointing this way on things. Noting that the silver is going to disappear and, like, points are fake. I wonder if you can take, like, 3 nomads and 2 capital cities. I mean, you can, but you'd lose. You don't score with that. I think your max output's 16. And that's on like an unbelievably good turn. And I guess you've also run out of curses to trash. No, you still have 1. Although it's going to become increasingly difficult for you to do so. Like we're looking at most of your draw right here. You have some poets, but yeah, now we're trashing estates. That's good. That will make my life much easier. This is garbage. You better get through a lot of it. All right. So our target now is just double province, which should be fairly easy, especially coming out of this starting hand. Play things out. I might not. There's 2 provinces. I might not get all of that, but I don't think it matters that much. Just 1 discard. Discard. Play Snowy. There we go. 2 provinces. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I think the story of that game was the early lookout. It just made, like, my life so much easier to not have the estates in deck. I made a slight error when I kind of lost track of the silver going away, but, it might not have actually been the worst thing ever. Like I never felt like I was really missing a price point that badly. Like, some of this time I actually wanted to buy Nomads just because that was our economy that wouldn't disappear. And yeah, I really feel like I was just that lookout early. Like I was able to execute. I was able to like get the bad stuff out of the deck a lot easier. Be able to be consistent, being able to save that lookout to the end. Like you ended up, lookout trashing your Devil's Workshop, midway through the game, which, I mean, really sucked in the end for you because you had to stop gaining imps. And that was really bad because, a lot of our economy, a capital city was Nomads is dependent on getting more draw. So, having to play the lookout mid-turn too often is not amazing because you're gonna lose that. You're gonna lose that ability to clear stuff out, or you're gonna lose that ability to have the good cards, and you might hit something bad. So I really do think it just came down to that opening lookout versus not, and that'll see you all.